What's happening, peoples? What's happening? What's going on with you? Hey, listen. I hope everyone has enjoyed their Sunday, their weekend. I know I have. I've had a good weekend. I mean, been able to accomplish some things, uh, and just really sit back and relax and try to, come to an agreement to where I am and things like that, and focus on things that are needed to be done, to empower myself, to improve myself, to make myself a better person. Sometimes we have to sit back and we have to have these kind of days where we do that, you know what I'm saying? And I think the most important thing about it in that is that you got to be truthful. That's one of the things that I always talk about is being truthful about your position, about where you are, where you're trying to be, what you're trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? In life is already, it's already trying as it is. Don't add additional things to your life that makes it a lot more difficult. Don't add stress to your life. Keep yourself positive. Keep yourself focused. Keep yourself diligent about what it is that you want to achieve and where you want to be. Have a goal set for yourself and apply it. We can sit back and we can say why, what, if, all that kind of stuff. But you have to apply yourself. You really do. And no matter what anybody say to you, believe in yourself, understand your relationship with God, and be accountable, because you have to be accountable. The only way that you're going to be able to grow or do anything is that you have to be able to know that what I did, how it affects someone. Did I do something that was wrong? Did I do something that was immoral? Anything like that. You have to position yourself. You have to position yourself in a place where you gotta ask the hard questions. You gotta do that. We can get caught up so much in a lot of different things, and unfortunately, it doesn't always work out for us. Now, what I'm doing right here, I don't know if anybody has come across them, but these are the CAO Basing 5-packs. They're a little small, short smoke, but they are same Basing, Amazon Basing. They just come in a 5-pack. I got mine from Sal up at Cigar House. I mean, great guy. If anybody has been in the Atlanta area or the Gwinnett area and they've been over there to Cigar House, Sal, great spot. He has 6 humidors, and when I tell you, it's not too much that he don't have. He carries damn near everything. He got one humidor that's just flavors, all your flavor stuff. He got one humidor that's just for your box sales. You got one humidor where it's all your premium, hard to find, your bulls, your ligas, your opuses. I mean, he has all of that. You got another one that carries a lot of the other stuff. I mean, that's hard to find. Stuff that you read about, but he carries it. And then he has another humidor that has an overflow. It's crazy. I mean, he has 6 humidors. 5 humidors. 5 or 6 humidors, however he counted. He got 5 or 6 humidors that is completely full. Completely full. And so if you ever get a chance to go by there, holler at him. And great guy. But these are the Basing that comes in a 5-pack. Great smoke, a good 20-25 minute smoke. If you like that Basing taste, that Brazilian taste, I would recommend you trying it out. definitely with a good cup of coffee. We're here. Aristocrats is officially here. I apologize. We have been a delay on getting some things. I've been trying to. Getting a lot of stuff is kind of nerve-wracking. Bringing everything together, putting it all together it gets trying. It gets trying because you got to stuff here, you got to get stuff here, you got to get printing here, it's a lot of different things. But I've been blessed. I've been blessed to the point where I got people around me that I can reach out to. I can say, hey, listen, I need this, I need that. Okay, hey, this is what you need to do. And I've had that type of information around me. So, kudos to everybody that's been a part of this journey with me. But I got 2 lines that's coming out. One is going to be a Habano blend. The other one is going to be a Cameroon. They're both Toros. Great smokes, good smokes. And I'm going to do a big release via streaming. I'm going to do a big release, show you everything, and show you how I can go about getting it. Just mess with your boy. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of things that are coming around. It takes time. It takes time, and to build an empire. Empire is not built overnight. So, with that in mind, you know what I'm saying, look out for me. I want to thank everybody that supports me. I really do. The people that are there riding this ride with me. I want to take my hat off to you guys. Kudos for the people that F with me, they F with me. The people that don't, hey, you don't. Hey, I can't do anything about that. You know what I'm saying? I can't lose no sleep over it. What you eat don't make me. So it is what it is. I mean, I just, I have a tendency to understand people, and people have ways about themselves. They'll say every day, oh, yo, man, you good, we good. But then when it really happens or when it really goes down, it shows you who is in your corner, who's not in your corner. And I think that we as a people, we have to identify the signs that are shown to us. If people mess with you, they mess with you. If they don't, hey, identify it and understand. And I appreciate that for the people that don't, because guess what it shows me? That you just don't mess with me. Okay. So I learned, won't give you a second opportunity to bite me twice. You bit me the first time, I got you. I take it for what it is. And nothing bad or good, nothing bad about it. Just, it was a learning experience. And I learned. I definitely learned. I definitely learned. Man, this is a great cigar, man. Maybe I'm just a Basin fan, but I'm able to identify a good smoke, regardless if it's mine or not. A good smoke is a good smoke, and I give credit what credit is due. There's some people out there that's doing great product. Sometimes they don't get the acknowledgement that they should. People put a lot of time and energy in trying to bring a good product to you, and it's a lot of hard work to blend, to get the right blend for you, packaging, promotion, branding. It's a lot of things that go into this. And for the people that, like I said, that mess with me, hey, my heart goes out, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And the people that don't, you just don't. It is what it is. So, hey, listen. Let's stay in a positive situation. There's so much negativity right now going around. Relationships, employment, entrepreneurship, living, marriages, all of it. There's a lot of confusion going around. You know, you got these, you know, would rather be in the woods with a bear. How ridiculous is that? The fact that you even sit here and say stuff like this is even crazy, because half of you guys wouldn't even be able to even live in the wilderness. You have no survival skills. There's nothing that you can say that you can do, and it'll get to the point where you will hope a bear will come around, so just to take you out of misery. Because at the end of the day, if you've never been out in the woods, why would you want to go to the woods? If you don't know what's creaking up behind you, why put yourself in that position? Just to sit here and say that, hey, I feel this way. I feel that way. Another thing that is being said that is just crazy to me. I don't need, or if there was no specific gender of people here, oh, we would be fine. Actually, you wouldn't, because we're built as a pair. We're built as a unity. When God told Noah, hey, listen, I want you to take 2 of every. He didn't say, I want you to take 1. He said, I want you to take 2, because we are a pair. A yin and a yang. We are meant to be in a parity. Unfortunately, we stop our own blessings. We cut our own noses off to spite our face. If you know that you got good people, you know that you got a good man, a good woman, why would you sabotage that? If you know that you got a person that's understanding, you know that you got a person that's willing to accept you and deal with you, with your flaws, why is it such a big backlash of them of you dealing with theirs? Because nobody's perfect. No one is perfect. Everyone has hang-ups. Everyone has agendas. Everyone has all of these type of things. But what you're saying to me in that is that you want me to accept you for who you are, but you're not willing to accept me for who I am. That's a problem. That's selfishness. That's being selfish. Why is it that you think that you're the only one that has emotions, feelings, wants, needs, and desires? It's a two-way street. It just don't work that way. It just does not work that way. And the sooner we are understanding of that, the better we'll have an understanding on relationships. It really is. Because currently, right now, we are failing. We are failing. For the guys that are walking around thinking that they are top caliber, just because you make money doesn't make you high profile. What it makes you is a high earner. With great, what is this old saying? With great opportunity comes great responsibility. Meaning that when we go out here and we become kings, A king is nothing without his court. A king cannot survive without his protection. A king cannot provide without his advisors. A king cannot live without his soldiers. A king can't live without a queen. We think we can, but you need to have someone in your corner that understands the plan, understands the game, and they're willing and they're wanting to build a kingdom. Not a village, not a house, but a kingdom. Because a kingdom is outside of you. A kingdom is your lineage. A kingdom is your children, your grandchildren, your third generation, down seventh generation. That's what a kingdom is. Now, we can have a lot of big houses, but it's built on swampland. And that house will never mean anything. You gotta always be sitting here pushing out water because it's taking on too much. You always gotta fix stuff because you got mildew because of the moisture. We have to learn how to build sound structures. And I hope that everyone who's listening to this understands exactly what I'm saying. When you're in a relationship, you got to have a foundation. You got to have a structure. You got to have columns to hold up and support your roof. You have to have support beams to hold and support your frame. You got to have concrete to give you a foundation to lay in. You got to have electrical so that you can turn on your lights. You got to have water so that you can flush your toilet and take a bath and wash your butt. You got to have these things. And then you got to have insulation so that when the cold comes, you're able to sit back and just keep warm and not get frostbite. You got to be able to have electricity so that you can provide a meal and have a meal for your family. Those are things that you have to have. But when you start talking about a kingdom, that's going out, that's thinking outside of yourself. And unfortunately, a lot of us, we financially are in good positions, but we're only one generation or maybe two generations away from that being completely thrown away. Because we're selfish. We want to build ourselves. We want to ride around and we want to do this, we want to do this, and we want to put on for all your social media. You want to put on for this. You're taking pictures of all the food that you're eating. Why? Who are you trying to impress? Who? Now, for me, anybody that knows, I'll sit here and I'll talk you to death when it comes down to cigars. I'll talk to you, I'll give you information, and I don't sit back and try to charge or do anything on that. Because I want you to be able to have an understanding about this industry. I want you to be able, if you're in this industry, I want you to be able to get a fair view of what this industry is going on. You know, there are great products. There are great products that are overpriced. There are great products that are underpriced. There is good opportunities in this business. The networking is crazy. I've never seen anything else like it as far as the networking, because of the amount of people that you get to meet, because of the amount of people that you get to have a conversation with. And guess what? These things here, they bridge. And what I mean by bridge, I can have a conversation with somebody that is different looking than me, and they can sit back and they can be like, you know what? I like what you're talking about. I understand what you're talking about. We have similarities in our views, you know. And then if we don't have similarities in our views, we have an opportunity to sit back and have a great conversation, and you give me your pointers and I give you mine. And now I can truly make an assumption, or I can make a judgment on whether or not, okay, this is somebody who I like to hang out and have a conversation with, talk with, maybe have a drink with, or whatever the situation may be. And we talk business. You know, you have to be able to identify those type of things, because unfortunately in business and networking, entrepreneurship, even the advancement of support, you got to be able to write the best people the right questions and be able to get the right answers back. I can't tell you how many people that I've met that are doing it. They doing it. Their lifestyle is good. Their lifestyle is wholesome. You know, we're not talking about just walking around here, you know, flaunting for social media. We're talking about people that are really down to earth, good people, and good people that you want to have in your circle. And that is being able to say, hey, I got people around me that I know if I come to them with a concern, they're going to give me the best advice. If I come to them with a question, they're going to give me the best answer. If I come to them with a problem, they're going to give me their best solution. And then it's up to me to be able to take that information, utilize it to what it is that I need for it to be. That's deciphering. Being able to sit back and say, hey, listen, I got people that I call and I'm like, hey man, I got this idea, I'm thinking about doing this. And they give me, and I'm not saying yes man, they'll give me their ups and downs on it. Hey man, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? And even if I have thought about it, I still take that information in, because I respect the simple fact that they are trying to give me information that's going to help me become a better person, help me to become a better individual, help me to become a better businessman. You know, so that's what I look at it as. You know, and then if I come across and now they're giving me information that I don't know, I'm gonna absorb that up, and I'm gonna apply it to what I need to apply it to. I don't think I know everything. I don't. There's nobody on this planet Earth that knows everything. There are some people that know more, but they don't know everything. You know, so let's be realistic with that, and let's be honest. You know, I've put out positive energy. I keep positive energy around me. If it's something that starts to get negative, hey man, that's you. And I mean, you know, if God tells me to speak, I'll speak. If God tells me to be quiet, I'm gonna be quiet. I truly am. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and talk on something that I have no information on. But if I'm sitting here and I'm having a conversation, and all of a sudden I go into this long conversation with you about something, that's God talking through me. Because if I don't know you, if I really don't have no indication of who you are, and I start giving you information, that's not coming from me, that's coming from somebody else. So I acknowledge that. You know, I'm just a hard-working guy that wants to be able to have a good life, provide, build a kingdom, be able to sit back and position myself to the point where I got good people around me, I got positive people around me, because honestly and truthfully, that is the most important thing. Having positive people around you that feed into you, you're able to feed into them, and you can grow. You can grow and become that person that you're designed to be. Sometimes we can be around negative people, and guess what? We can't never get things accomplished. We can't never get things going, because guess what? We have that negativity around us. You can't focus on what you need to focus on when you got negative situations around you. And I always take it back to algebra. When you was in school and you took algebra, geometry, any of those equation type of situations. And I'm going to leave it at this, and this will be the last thing that I say. A negative plus a negative equals a negative. A negative plus a positive equals a negative. The only time that a situation is a positive situation when it's a positive plus a positive. So I'm going to break that down for you before I leave out of here. If you're a negative person and you got a negative person around you, there's nothing positive that's going to come from it. If you are a positive person and you got a negative person around you, there's nothing going to flourish out of that relationship. The only time that relationship is going to flourish is when you are positive, in a good headspace, and the person that you're dealing with is positive and in a good headspace. Smoke well, my friends. Lifestyle of Elite and Famous. Aristocrats, Leaf and Company. Smoke rooms. All of these things are coming to you soon. Soon. Look out for it. Smoke well.